My number 5 is About to Blow Up Part 1 on the Xbox 360.
Is this an indie game?
This is the last indie game of that batch that I downloaded a month or so ago. I downloaded it at the time because the picture, what would you call it? The poster?
Yeah, the little icon, whatever.
The digital artwork, whatever the fuck. Yeah. It looked like the animation was kind of done in a kind of 1950s Hanna-Barbera style, and there's like a guy shouting at another guy, and I was like, oh, that looks nice, so I downloaded it. But it starts off, and there's an animated cutscene, which I'd never seen on an Xbox Live indie game, a proper animated cartoon. There's no dialogue or anything, it's just music and text, and it kind of looks like those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Mm-hmm. The bad guys, all the Lavender Hill mob, and it's crude and it's simplistic, but it's a cutscene. I was like, oh, fair play. The story's fucking, you're some little guy who wants to be a hip-hop manager, but there's this villain called he's Mr. Sleaze, and he owns the town, and my boys will never let you get in. And basically, game starts and it's a point-and-click game.
Okay.
And I was playing it for a bit, and the puzzles are kind of simple, and it's endearing, man. It's like all of the villains, they look like the Lavender Hill mob, as I said, and they're all like, why are you little punk, and it's stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's amiable. And I sold a few puzzles, and then it came up, do you want to pay 80 points for it? And I was like, yeah, what the fuck? Go ahead. So I bought it. I've spoken to a mate of mine who plays... I've never really played point-and-click games, ever. And I spoke to a mate of mine who always plays point-and-click games, and he says that my experience with this is that's just the genre, because basically it's a modest game. So basically I was at a point where I'd unlocked 8 screens, and you only have a handful of things in your inventory at one time, and you can only interact with a few things in each screen, so there's not much you can do each time. But I managed to get stuck twice. I mean, properly tear my hair out. I can't go any further. In one instance, it was my own fault, because I had a key. There was a massive lock in the previous screen that I didn't bother to go back to. When I find about it, I'm like, I'm an idiot. The other time, I was like, really? Really? Computer game? That's a puzzle? Put the flat cap on the mouse? Are you having a laugh? It was the most obtuse puzzle in the history of the world. But my mate says that's just point-and-click games. Yeah, quite often. But yeah, aside from that, it's really nice, really amiable. It's made me crack up a couple of times. I don't know why. It's sort of kind of daft humour. It's not even really humour. I mean, there's this bit that really made me laugh where you encounter this rat who's guarding a piece of cheese, and he says, whatever, and he's like, leave my Swiss cheese alone. But whenever you go away and come back and you click on him, he says, 100% pure Swiss. And I don't know why, but I found that really funny. But yeah, it's nice. I'm no point and click expert, but it was just pleasant. I enjoyed it.
What's it called again?
About to Blow Up Part 1. I googled it when I got stuck. There was no guides online. It's made by a company called Jerkazoid Games. They don't have a Twitter. They don't have a Facebook. So I don't reckon we'll see About to Blow Up Part 2.
That's a shame.
And also, it's available on the App Store, on iPhone and iPad, so you can have a look on there as well.
Good old Jerkazoid.
Yeah, it's incredibly modest, but I liked it. It's one of those games where you can tell the guy or the team, whoever made it, their heart was in it, and that's infectious. And I can't help but respond to that, which is why I paid for it. So
awesome.
Yeah, not bad. Really not bad.
Yeah, sounds alright, that one.